Have you ever wondered what your dog would say if they could talk? Well, one dog owner from Illinois doesn't have to ask because Stella can speak for herself. Take a look.
Stella wants to go play outside? All right. Stella, what's wrong? You know you're mad. Why are you mad?
Pretty much, I think that's what all dogs would say all the time. Is it just,
Stella's hungry.
Is it treat time? Stella's owner, Christina Hunger, joins us now from Illinois in the US. Christina, it's great to see you. Look, this is wild. You have to explain how Stella can do this and how long did it take to train her?
Yeah, so it took about a month of me starting with just a few words for her to start using some words on her own. So I'm a speech language pathologist, and I worked with a lot of children who weren't able to communicate with verbal speech. And so when that happened, it was my job to find another way for kids to say words through devices. So when I brought Stella home, I just wondered, you know, if dogs can understand words, maybe they could say words too if they were given another way to say words besides verbal speech. So I taught Stella in all the same ways that I would teach kids and watched her vocabulary develop over the past few years.
Wait, well, how many words does Stella have now?
She's using 48 different words now, which is far beyond what I ever thought.
48, that's more than me.
And you're going to keep going?
I think so. I just added 9 more words that I'm teaching her. She doesn't have them down yet, but we're still teaching and learning together.
And do you think she'll ever be able to put a sentence together?
That's great, yeah.
She does. She puts short sentences together. She'll say things like, Christina, come outside, Stella want eat. You know, short sentences.
What?
It's incredible.
Does she have a favourite word that she always goes back to, and is it treats?
Eat, walk.
It's actually outside. She loves anything outside. She'll say, play outside, want outside, come outside, beach outside, park outside. She loves the outdoors.
Yeah, see, my cue from my dog is when he goes and gets his lead and brings it to me and drops it at my feet.
That's a real that's an angry dog move. That's like honey, please.
Outside,
I'm
Mum,
busting.
let's go.
Yeah.
So can you give us some tips, though, if we wanted to teach our own dogs to talk?
Yeah, absolutely. So in those moments, like what you just said with, you know, getting the leash and dropping it at your feet, go ahead and narrate what's happening. So you can use those single words or short phrases to talk about what your dog's doing. You know, I would say, Stella, walk, and, you know, go ahead and take her on a walk. You can get some buttons and program them with those simple words, keep them in the same spot, and actually use them when you're teaching your dog. So say a word with your verbal speech, say it with the button, and every time you're doing that, you're showing your dog how they can say that word too if they want.
Well, she's a good dog. We've pitched for the first interview with Stella.
Yes, so when Stella's ready for her first interview,
her first sit down. Yeah, it's going to be really big. It's an exclusive. Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks so much, Christina. It's really interesting. You can learn more in her new book, How Stella Learned to Talk. There it is there, and it's out now. Thanks.
Excellent. There it is. Thanks, Stella.